Hello everybody, this is Pip Coleman coming in to do your waxing card reading for the month of November. Just forgot what month it was for a minute then. And today I'm using the beautiful new Moonology Manifestation deck by Yasmin Boland. And I have 4 beautiful cards for everybody with regard to the current situation in terms of the moon energy, because we're moving from the waxing moon cycle is from the new moon to the full moon, and next week is the full moon. So we're sort of moving into that space of beginning to do our releasing work. We've set our intentions for the month last week, and then this week we're sort of moving into that space of what is it that we need to release? What is it that we need to be releasing? So I've pulled 4 cards, and you'll see that these are beautiful new cards from Yasmin Boland. So our first card for everybody watching this video is the last quarter moon. Absolutely gorgeous card, and it's a little reminder to lighten up. Okay, so if you're feeling like you're getting a little bit heavy, if you're feeling a little bit down, a bit frustrated, just things are getting on top of you, you're feeling a bit overwhelmed, you need to try and find some things to do to lighten your mood. So this gorgeous card says lighten up, and it's all about the 2 strong energies at the moment that might be at play are fear and your vitality. So it's really important right now to get in touch with some lighter, happier feelings and to move into that space of setting yourself free. So there's a few suggestions of crystals that you can work with at this time, including sunstone, carnelian, citrine, rose quartz, and adventurine or Dalmatian jasper, which is that spotty one that looks like a Dalmatian. So these are all great to use while you're meditating at this time if you're feeling like you need to lighten up, to lift your vibration. And your affirmation is, when I forgive myself, I set myself free. So it's all about, lightening the load, letting go of those toxic feelings that are making you feel heavy. Anything that's making you feel heavy, now's the time to try and shift that in any way that you can. Okay, move your body in a way that is lighter, and get into that space of feeling a lot more happy and letting go. So that is the last quarter moon in Leo card. Then our second card for the waxing cycle of the moon is the reveal what needs to be seen. So reveal what needs to be seen. So this card is a beautiful card talking about the energy of Scorpio, which is all about stepping into that space of, there are things that people don't like to talk about. And you can see that lady is sitting there on the beach. Drawing this card suggests that there's an issue or a situation in your life right now that might not be easy to air. So perhaps you feel you shouldn't air it, and that's fine. Now is the time for you to reveal only what you want to be seen. So don't feel the need to discuss everything with everyone. Some matters require discretion. So I think this is really interesting and important. There's 2 forces at play here right now, and neither wants to budge. Strong is good, stubborn is a problem. So one of the things that's really important right now is to be discerning about who you speak to, because you only want to reveal your true inner self to people who are trustworthy and people who are going to hold you in that space of respect. Okay, so you don't want to be just willy-nilly kind of sharing your heart with every single person, or your truth with every single person, because some people won't hold that in the safest of spaces. Does that make sense? So crystals to work with at this time are especially good. Garnet, pyrite, peridot, azurite, and black obsidian. And again, choosing to use those while you meditate will help with the affirmation of, I know that dramas now are healing. are now healing. Okay, so I know that the dramas that are happening right now are healing. So that's what you would focus on while you're meditating or holding those crystals. And if you want to know more about crystals, obviously some of those words you might not know those crystals. If you are interested, I am doing a crystal course, an online crystal course. It's a 5-week coaching program. We can do it one-on-one, and there's a course online. You can work your way through the course, and then we coach together on your individual tailored needs. It's pretty cool. So, yes, so if you're interested in talking a bit more about crystals, that's what we can do. So the third card that's come up is reflect on your priorities. So this card is all about, just dropping it. This beautiful card is all about being more grounded and working out what really matters to you. Once you're clear about your priorities, you can start to allot time, energy, and focus to them. If you want to create something solid, it takes a mix of good ideas and practical work. The most important thing to work out right now is what's really important to you and whether you're living your life in accordance with that. So the crystals to work with at this time in regards to this card are hematite, bloodstone, orange calcite, jasper, blue apatite, and amethyst. So you would hold them while you meditate, and these would help to get clear on what your priorities are. So the crystals help to open the way, or get the gateway open for you to reflect on your priorities in the best possible way. And your affirmation is, I don't need anything, but sometimes I want things. I don't need anything, sometimes I want things. So, it's okay to want things. It's okay to have desires. It's okay to seek pleasure. It's okay for you to be in a space of, what is it that's most important to me in my life? Sometimes we get a little bit caught up in what other people want, and we do everything that everybody else wants, but we don't actually ask ourselves what do I want? What do I actually want in this moment, in this life, in this family, whatever it is that you're working on at the moment. So asking that question of what is it that I want, what are my priorities, is an important one. And then the final card coming up this week for everyone is take inspired action. So this beautiful card is just reminding us that it's bursting with goddess energy, and you can see the lady on there is like going, yeah, man. It reminds you that while it's wonderful to have lofty dreams, you also need to ground those desires by taking inspired action. And so commune with the heavens, take practical steps down here on earth, and draw down the energies of the divine by doing something that seems trivial, something that is like a bullet point, list of the things that you desire, and then start to take some action, and know that you're worthy, 100% worthy of your dreams and your goals. This is a really important card in terms of balance. So dream big and be practical. It's all about balance. This is a gorgeous card. So if you want to do a little manifestation ritual to help you take inspired action, add some tea tree oil to your essential oil diffuser, and then you can call in the goddess Circe, which is the goddess of the harvest and all kinds of fertility. She also helps mothers, people who want to be mothers. And Circe is really good for asking for help in terms of your dreams, like helping you to create your dreams. And then you can say the affirmation, I forgive myself for everything, and I'm doing my best. And I create what I want in my life by focusing on it and having balance. So this is a gorgeous card. Taking inspired action, that's a really interesting one, because some people like to say, I work really hard, and they're constantly working hard, but they're actually not in a space of inspiration. I remember someone talking about the difference between motivation and inspiration is that with motivation, you need to push and try and get someone to help you be motivated. Like it comes from a place of trying really hard. Whereas inspiration, if you're inspired by something, you don't need, this crow's really loud. If you're inspired, you don't need anybody to push you. You don't need to try hard. There's no feeling of exertion. When you're inspired, you're just doing what you love and you're out there creating the things that you want to create. And so inspired action is coming from that place of inspiration, that place of passion, that place of really focusing on your inner fire, your inner desire. Whereas motivation is something that is, you have to kind of work at, if that makes sense. So I always find that interesting when someone says, I just can't get motivated. And I go, that's great, because it probably means that you're not working towards the thing that actually inspires you. You need to take inspired action. So I really like that definition. So those are your 4 cards. We'll go through them again. Lighten up and find things that make you happy. Reveal only what needs to be seen to only trusted people. Reflect on your priorities, what's important to you, and then take inspired action. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I love the colors of these cards, just so beautiful. So as I said, these come from Yasmin Boland's Moonology Manifestation deck, which is new. And of course, I love oracle cards, and so I'm always buying new cards. And so if you are feeling inspired by either the cards or the concept of using crystals to marry with the Moonology side of things, the moon energy, and even using crystals to match with your oracle cards, then get in touch with me and we can talk about the crystals course coaching that I do. It's a 5-week coaching program that is tailored to you, and we go through 5 weeks of talking about crystals, everything crystals, essences, grids, how to use crystals for healing, how to use crystals for your health, your relationships, and we talk about the geometric shapes like the Merkaba, and how to use them when you're doing meditation, all sorts of different cool stuff. So if you're into that sort of thing, or you're curious about that and you'd like to do more, then send me a PM. I'd love to talk to you. I'd love to work with you. And what a perfect time, get yourself ready for the Christmas season by diving into some crystal work and getting yourself into a space of alignment and peace and inspiration as we move into the holiday season. So talk to you very soon. Thank you so much. This was your Moonology card reading for the waxing cycle of the moon. And I'm Pip Coleman, and I look forward to seeing you next week when we talk about the full moon in Taurus, which is next. I can't remember what the date is for it. But anyway, I'll see you next week. Have a great week, everyone. Bye for now.